Yesterday, I posted a video of a demonic entity who happens to be a black man. And that demonic entity, who happens to be a black man, decided to get on social media and brag about being a deadbeat father to 7 children that he created with 7 different baby mamas. He says that he will not pay child support and he will not be financially or mentally or socially responsible for any of the children that he chose to create, because he told them bitches, like he say, to get an abortion. He says, I told him that I wasn't shit. I ain't taking care of it. You're going to be a single mom. And they decided to keep the kid. And he says, my life, my choice. I'm moving forward with my life. And I'm not taking care of them. That man is trash. I think he goes by House of Hypocrites on social media. I think that's his social media. I might be getting the name wrong. But he will never be blessed in this lifetime or the next lifetime. He's a demonic entity. He will never see paradise. When you mistreat your own children and you go out of your way to not take care of children that you helped to create, God is not going to bless you in any way, shape, or form. So let's get that out of the way. He's a terrible human being. He's a sorry son of a bitch. And he will never be happy in this lifetime. But if he told those women, like he said, that he wasn't shit and he wasn't going to pay shit, and they still continued with the pregnancy, I got to hold the women accountable too. I got to hold the women accountable. Ladies, if a man tell you he not going to be there, go on and get that abortion. I know now abortions are banned in most states, but you can go to California and New York and get an abortion. Or you could buy up some morning after pills. You could take $40, $50 and go to your local Walgreens after you have unprotected sex with a dusty and go get that morning after pill, and it will be no pregnancy. There is no reason for any woman to choose to be a single mother in this day and age. The men are making it clear that they do not want to be responsible for children that they create. The men are making it clear that they just want to have unprotected sex without consequences. So ladies, you're going to have to make them put on a condom. If they don't want to put on a condom, say, hey, abortions are not legal in most states. You cannot come inside me, because I don't want to be responsible for having a child out of wedlock. You got to really have these conversations. And maybe, as women, we may want to start, getting, what's it, the implant that you put in that prevents you from getting pregnant for like 5 years. So if you're not in a committed relationship and you're not married, you may want to go down there and tell them, well, what's the name of that implant that they put in there? It's I forget what it's called. Man, it's on the tip of my tongue. Go down there and get that implant in. If you like to have unprotected sex and, you don't want to get pregnant, that'd be your best bet, because they're banning abortions all over the country. The Republicans have really put a target on the backs of women, especially black women, because a lot of black women are getting killed all over the country by men who do not want to be financially responsible for the children that they helped to create. I have never in my life, I have to say this, seen a white man get on social media and say he not going to take care of his kids. I want to see the video of a white man getting online saying he not going to be financially responsible for the children that he creates. I haven't seen it, and I don't think any white man has done it. It is an embarrassment to see that black man yesterday go online and brag about not putting a condom on, brag about he not going to pull out, say he not going to get a vasectomy, and still put all the blame on women and say they shouldn't have laid down with him. They should have waited for a husband before they had sex. And I'm like, so if all the women waited until marriage to have sex, then the men wouldn't have sex. So what is it you want women to do? You want women to not have sex with you? A lot of these niggas not making any sense. When I tell you it's something mentally wrong with a lot of men in this era, but I don't tolerate that foolishness. I stay away from niggas with that type of mentality. I made it clear from day one that I was not gonna have a child unless I was married. You know, I don't want to be a baby mama. I'm not gonna be one of those women that has a child and end up having to ask a man, hey, is you gonna buy Pampers? And him tell me, hell nah, bitch, go figure it out. That has happened to a couple friends of mine. I know a nice young lady that I used to work with at a job I used to have years back. She said her baby daddy, after she had a baby, gave her $100 and say, bitch, this is for 18 years. You go figure this shit out. He gave her $100 in the hospital and said, bitch, this is for 18 years. You go figure this shit the fuck out. And when I heard that story, I was like 20. I was like, I think that was, no, I was like 17 when I heard that story. It was one of my first jobs. And that young lady said that. And I was like, wow, I ain't never put myself in this position. Because I'd be damned if I'm in a hospital and a man give me $100 and say, this is for 18 years, bitch, go figure it the fuck out. Hell no, I'm fighting. It's going to be a murder charge. So to avoid all that foolishness, I said, you know what? I need to be married before I carry. And yes, you could get a divorce. Yes, something could go wrong in the marriage. But if I'm going to waste 9 months of my life to get pregnant, I'm going to have to walk in that hospital with my husband. I'm not walking in there with no baby daddy talking about, oh, we getting ready to have this baby. Hell no. You're going to be my husband or nothing at all. Absolutely not. And the women, we have to be more responsible. We have to be more responsible, especially as black women, because some of these stories that I'm seeing on social media with how these men are doing these girls that have their babies, I'm like, oh my God, this is sickening. This is disgusting. It's not white supremacy that's holding the black community back. It's not the white man that's doing it. It's us, you know. It's us holding us back with this dumb shit. You don't see Asian men going on social media talking about they ain't gonna take care of the kids. Every other community promotes marriage. We're the only community that promotes baby mama culture. So for those of you who have daughters, I suggest you show them that video. Send it to your sisters, your co-workers. Send that video to any woman who is of childbearing age, so that they could know, hey, these men out here don't give a fuck. If, you know, they're not taking care of their kids and they so bold with it. This is unbelievable, y'all. We need abortions back, y'all. I mean, it's gonna get worse. I predict at least 200 pregnant women will be killed per day in America if we do not get abortions back in every single state. Because it was last week, it was a little 19-year-old girl that got shot. I think it was in Georgia. She was a beautiful girl, too. She was shot and killed by her baby daddy. And she was 9 months pregnant. The baby's still struggling to survive. Um, Stop assuming just because a man is laying down with you and he's having unprotected sex with you that he fucking like you. He probably doesn't fucking like you. Because this man said, I don't have no love for these baby mamas. That man, that deadbeat nigga in the video, he said, I don't have no love for my baby mama, so how can they expect me to love my children? I said, wow. That's how they do it out here. Yeah. Put your daughters on birth control. Any girl 13 and up need to be on birth control. Do not let them get pregnant by these sorry boys out here. Do not let your daughters get pregnant. If you're a single mom, don't have no more with these sorry dudes. Wait till you get a husband. If you have a husband, you want to have one with your husband, that's fine. But let's aim to have children in marriages. You can't control how you leave the marriage, but you can control how you enter motherhood. We can all control how we enter motherhood. We can either enter motherhood as a single mom or we could enter as somebody's wife. I choose to enter as somebody's wife. Not giving birth to any man's child unless I'm his wife. And if I accidentally get pregnant, or if condom break or something happen, I'm running straight to that pharmacy. And I'm getting a morning after pill. I don't hesitate. I get a morning after pill. And if something happens where I pop up pregnant, I'm going to California to get that shit handled. I'm not giving birth unless I'm married. That needs to be the mentality of every single black woman in this country. It needs to be the mentality. We are being murdered. We are being murdered and gunned down in the streets for getting pregnant. The Republicans do not care about black women being murdered because they got pregnant. They don't care if the white women get murdered because they're pregnant. They just wanted to flex their power and try to control women's bodies by saying, hey, we're going to ban abortions in most states. It's unbelievable what our leaders can get away with. It's unbelievable that abortion is not a 28th Amendment. Abortion should have been made a 28th Amendment. Abortion should be the right of every single woman in this country. I think it should be an abortion clinic on every single corner. And if you feel bad about it, you go to the church, you pray, you ask for forgiveness. And I think the government should pay for these abortions. Because the men are insane. They are coming on social media and declaring that they will not pay child support. Ladies, we got to act accordingly. I'm going to repeat this one last time. Put your daughters on birth control. Put your daughters on birth control. You need to be on birth control if you're having sex. Do not get pregnant by these sons of bitches. Don't do it. Don't put yourself in a position to where a man can tell you, bitch, that ain't my responsibility, hoe. You shouldn't have let me bust it in you, hoe. You need to go on and take care of it, hoe. Don't put yourself in a responsibility to hear that from that nigga. Unbelievable. Anyway, God bless us all.
I got 7 kids and 7 baby mamas. Now, for the past few days, I've been going live telling my story, speaking my truth. And a lot of women having an issue calling me a deadbeat because I tell them I was being irresponsible, not wearing protection. But I always tell these women that I got pregnant that I do not want to be a father to these children. And I offer to pay for the abortion. Majority of times, they'll either take the abortion or they'll take a plan B. But only these 7 have kept these children. But the crazy thing about it is they want me to be responsible for some children I told them I did not want. So for some years now, some of them been trying to get in contact with me, access denied. Because I don't really know why you trying to get in contact with me. I done told you I did not want them kids. So don't expect me to be responsible financially, emotional, spiritually, mentally, or physically with some kids I do not want. And I don't give a fuck what nobody think about it. You're not gonna force children up on me. Yeah, we both made the decision to lay down and have intercourse. We both was irresponsible about the decisions we made that night. Yeah, I could have pulled out, but I didn't. And I ain't care to pull out because I'm not the one that's gonna have to carry a baby for 9 months. It's the woman. In my opinion, women should be more careful on who they sleep with. Because you're gonna be like, one of my baby mamas trying to find me so I can financially support a kid I done told her or them I did not want. Another thing is, these just jump offs. These the type of women that I ain't even had to do nothing for. The bare minimum, but they gave me access to their body and they think I want to be a father to a child for one of them? Like, I don't even have no type of love for these women. How do they expect me to love these children? Before y'all say, oh, he irresponsible, he a deadbeat, he don't take accountability. Yeah, I do. I just don't give a fuck. You ain't gonna force these children on me when I told you I ain't want them. Yeah, I can offer to pay for abortion, but at what point can I force a woman to go get an abortion? I cannot. A woman say, my body, my choice, but I say, it's my life, my choice. Before y'all try to stitch this shit and be like, black men this, black men that, I don't give a fuck. I really don't. I honestly just learned what a vasectomy was 3 days ago when I started speaking on this shit. But when I figure out what that is, I'm not doing that shit. Then they asking, why not wear a condom? I have worn protection a lot of times. These are just the instance when I have not. And unfortunately, it has resulted into the woman being pregnant. But ask yourself and ask your friends as a woman, when is the last time that you told a man to put on a condom? Because I have never in my 27 years heard a woman request me to put a condom on. And me being an irresponsible man, knowing that that shit feel better raw, if I'm not going to put a condom on, and if she not going to ask me, it would not be no condom. And another thing, y'all keep saying, I don't think he's telling these women he's not going to be a father after he have sex and accidentally get them pregnant. Do that shit even matter? Do I have to tell a woman to be responsible for her body? Do I have to tell a woman to wait for a man to commit to her before she have unprotected sex with him? Or do I have to tell a woman, wait till marriage before she gives a man access to her motherfucking body? It used to be a point in time where women actually value their innocence, actually value their virginity. But we do not live in that day-to-day, do we? Y'all want me to respect a woman's body more than she respected herself. So I, as a man, can prevent her from getting pregnant. Whatever a woman gonna allow me to do, I'm gonna do. Don't expect me to be irresponsible. Because if we both irresponsible, who's responsible for carrying a motherfucking child for 9 months? It sure ain't no goddamn man. It sure ain't me. I don't got no remorse. I don't feel bad. That woman knew what she was doing when she laid down and slept with me. She knew the consequences. She knew the risk. And don't be trying to be like, oh, it's women with low self-esteem. It's women that's ghetto or ratchet, or it's hood women. My 7 baby mamas. And I don't even know why I claim them, just because it became a conversation. But some of them rich, some of them poor, some of them classy, some of them ratchet. Some got regular ass jobs, some got great jobs. So it's a woman on all levels that'll fuck with a nigga like me. And don't even try to speak on morals and respect, because we don't have the same definition of morals and respect. Stop trying to tell people they gotta hold me accountable or people like me accountable. The only person that can hold me accountable is my motherfucking self. Stop expecting men or women to come talk to me. I'm a grown ass man. I ain't gonna listen to shit you gotta say. And trust me, y'all think women gonna hear me talk and then stay away from me. They still gonna get this 8.5, trust me. So I do not feel motherfucking bad. I'm the most honest individual you'll fucking meet. I do not have to manipulate no woman for no pussy, trust me.